Hi! One of my resolutions for this year is to read more, which I didn't do at all last year. In fact, I set a goal for myself to read 30 books, and I only read 8. That's embarrassing. I thought making a 2016 TBR video would motivate me to actually read this year. And now there is a definitive list of books that I'm going to read this year. It's gonna happen. It will. And if it doesn't happen, then this video will be on the internet forever to shame me. So let's get started. I thought I would start off with the 2 most shameful TBRs of all time, because these are books that I started last year and still haven't finished. My first TBR of the year is to finish Hollow City, the second book in the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series by Ransom. This is where it gets embarrassing because I started this book in August of 2015 and now it's 4 months later and I still haven't finished it. My next to-be-finished book I think is a little less shameful that I haven't finished it. I started it in the middle of October when it was released, and that's halfway through the semester, and everything just got so busy and I never was able to finish it. If you heard me say that it was released in mid-October and you're wondering, is she talking about the Welcome to Night Vale novel? I am a horrible Night Valian. For those of you that don't know, Welcome to Night Vale is this awesome podcast that comes out twice a month. And it's basically just placed in this radio station in a really weird town called Night Vale. By weird, I mean characters like the faceless old woman who lives in your house and the literal 5-headed dragon who ran for mayor. In one episode, a glow cloud randomly appears in the sky. Citizens of Night Vale are terrified by street cleaning day. And time doesn't work in Night Vale. I love the podcasts, and so far I'm really loving the book, but I still have about 300 more pages to go, so I gotta get on it. The next book that I definitely want to read this year is The Diviners by Libba Bray. I mean, look at the cover, it's so pretty. Also, does the eye remind anybody of the eye tattoo in Series of Unfortunate Events? I think one of the biggest reasons that I really want to read this book this year is because Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is coming out towards the end of the year. And that is set in 1920s and it's in New York and it's about magic. And I'm pretty sure that's what this is about too. This might be a good thing to get me really excited for the movie. Another book that I really want to read this year is The Rithmatist by Sanderson. And one of the biggest reasons I want to read this book is because I love his Reckoners series. So far there are only 2 books in the Reckoners series and we're in between book releases for that, so I figured this would be a good thing to tide me over until the next book is released. I don't really even know what this is about. It has a pretty cover, there's a map inside. What's not to like about it? Chosen by the Master in a mysterious inception ceremony, Rithmatists have the power to infuse life into 2-dimensional figures known as chalklings. Rithmatists are humanity's only defense against the wild chalklings. Okay, so this is kind of like magical, sorcerer, adventure stuff. Yeah, that looks like it'll be good. This next book that I want to finish this year is also really intimidating for me, and that is Night Film by Marisha Pessl. I think I said that right. This is also another shame book in a way because I started it last February. I got that far in. So not that far in. But the thing that makes me really excited for this book is that it just seems very murder mystery. There are tons of pictures and stuff to go along with it, and it just makes it seem kind of realistic and like you're watching a murder mystery movie. The reason why it's intimidating is because you can't feel it, but it's actually extremely heavy. So every time I pick this book up, it's just the weight of what's lying inside. This year I also want to read Fans of the Impossible Life by Scelsa? I think I said that okay-ish. This book was in my recommended on Amazon, I believe, and I think I read somewhere that the description of it is a cross of Dead Poets Society with The Breakfast Club, which just sounds amazing to me, so I'm really excited to dig into this. I think this is the book that I'm most excited to actually get to this year. Carry On by Rowell. I read Fangirl when I was studying abroad in Belgium, and I finished it when we were on our flight home. So when I finished Fangirl, I was like, but there needs to be more. Where is it? Where's more? I want more of it. I guess this is it. This isn't a sequel to Fangirl, it's more like fan fiction of Fangirl, I guess. Long story short, in the Fangirl universe, there's this series called Simon Snow, and it's basically, I guess, their version of Harry Potter. And one of the main characters writes fan fiction of Simon Snow. And I believe that this is that fan fiction. I usually like to go into books knowing as little as possible. Maps make me so happy. So I'm really excited to read this one. Also, the cover is just so colorful. It has like indentations, like it's lifted off the page. It's just, I'm really excited for this one. And then the last book that I want to read this year is really more of a reread because it's Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. But I'm saying this also isn't a reread because this is the fancy, beautiful, illustrated edition. Oh, look at Hogwarts. Look at it. Oh my god. What's this? Oh my gosh, it's Hagrid. It's Hagrid. He's the keeper of keys. He's the keeper of keys. Oh my god. Can you see it? Look at it. Look at his tiny umbrella. Ah! It's Dumbledore. It's Dumbledore. So as you can see, I'm really excited about this book, and I'm really excited to reread it and see what illustrations and images and just beautiful magicalness that they come up with for this book. But that makes me wonder, this one is really heavy, and I think it's the shortest of all of them, but if this is heavy, what the heck is Order of Phoenix gonna feel like? Maybe after I finish each one of these books, as I finish them, I'll make a video and review my thoughts on it. See ya! It's Hagrid's hut. It's beautiful. Oh. You're still here. Well, I guess that means you don't completely hate me, so you should go over to my channel and check out more of my videos. This is really my first book-related video, but it doesn't mean you won't enjoy the rest of them. I hope.